with my arms and legs bound to the rails of a hospital bed. Through the darkness, a voice emerged. What a fine thing it is to have sight to know speech. The virtues of his eyes and tongue are not lost on we, the dead. The brick wall lining the back corner of my basement constantly seeps fresh blood from its surface. I've tried my best to mend the cracks, but the woman sealed on the other side still fights like a demon, desperate to claw her way out. Every time I kill, the little red spots break out all over my skin. Their appearance invokes stabs of remorse and brings on the urge to self-harm. To rid myself of the guilt once and for all. I tried to amputate my limbs, only to one day realize I could make the spots appear on other people. I dreamt of something inside my mattress pulling me under the foam, only to emerge up above where I had been. Awakening, paralyzed and with a great weight bearing down on me, I heard a voice, my voice, describing to my girlfriend the nightmare I'd just experienced. The black and white clown portrait hung halfway up the stairs always looks so sad. Today, I found it grinning from ear to ear. The moment I noticed its mouth contained no teeth, mine began to ache, then to ooze blood, and finally to fall out one by one. The gypsy's kiss was delivered alongside her grave insistence that from this moment forward, I'd never grow old. She didn't tell me I'd become forever sleepless, or that even suicide would bring about no respite. That, forever dreamless and tormented, my consciousness would endure. My wife was driving on that fateful morning. When the motorcyclist in the oncoming lane hit a patch of black ice. Overwhelmed by his sudden loss of control, he swerved into our vehicle, flipping over the hood and erupting through the windshield. Months following the disaster, I would discover that my reconstructive surgeons had used organs and tissues originally belonging to the deceased. That night, in my sleep, an unknown voice emerged from the back of my throat. It asked my wife for forgiveness and told her not to feel guilty, for the tragedy wasn't her fault. The haunted doll with the pull-string activated laugh was rumored to start fires wherever she was kept. As a running joke, my girlfriend decided to store her in a fireproof display case. We awoke one morning in total darkness, only to hear the doll's muffled giggle. The moment we realized we were sealed together in the same coffin, a conveyor started up, dragging us into the blazing fire chamber of the local crematorium. The large boil on my left cheek finally popped the other day. Its eruption was met with the release of several dozen spider eggs, whose startled inhabitants scurried from their place of birth, only to seek refuge in the recesses of my nostrils and ear canals. The words "help me" had formed on the hardwood floor of the upstairs hall. They'd been inked in a foul-smelling fluid, which oozed in slow abundance from the light bulb hanging overhead. No matter how hard I scrubbed, the fluid, which a DNA test would later deem human blood plasma, refused to rub away. That is until, breaking through the ceiling above the bulb, I discovered a corpse sealed in an old army chest. My gruesome find had for years remained hidden between the sets of floorboards that separated the upstairs landing from the crawl space in the attic.